Would you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money. Yeah.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
I'm sure. Okay.
And Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, oh, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Tank Davis recently broke his silence regarding the cancellation of his highly anticipated fight with Lamont Roach, offering insight into the situation that left fans disappointed. The much-talked-about matchup had generated significant buzz.
He's not a big 35. I don't see why people like, oh, you brought up a smaller guy, woo-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, to me personally, I'm not stunned that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep saying that. They're going to keep saying that.
Cordial, but because he believes he's going to knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change.
I mean, you're in the wrong game if you don't think you're going to beat everybody. Like, anyway, but if you're saying specifically pick me because I'm going to be an easy cakewalk, everybody in the world knows that's not going to happen. I mean, like, that's not going to happen. Him personally, he know that. I think he chose me because I am going to be one of the better opponents that he's faced in his entire career, honestly.
Really?
But unforeseen circumstances caused the event to fall apart. The build-up to the Davis Roach fight had been marked by intense preparation and high of expectations. Both fighters had been training rigorously. With Davis focusing on sharpening his skills and staying in peak physical condition, the fight was seen as a significant step in Davis's career, providing an opportunity to further solidify his position.
About, oh, he's doing this fight for money, and Tank is strategically picking him because in the amateur world, you guys fought twice, right? And you lost, what, both times in the amateur fight. So are you all friends? Are y'all cordial? First, what's the relationship?
We're cordial, for sure.
You're cordial?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
He cool to me.
He's cool to you?
Yeah.
And you haven't heard that he said anything differently?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He has?
No, he hasn't.
He has not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm confirming that. He hasn't said
anything.
He has not
said anything differently. So does it confirm people's suspicion that he purposefully picked you, not only because you're cordial, but because he believes he's going to knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change?
I mean, you're in the wrong game if you don't think you're going to beat everybody.
As one of the top boxers in the world, for Roach, it was a chance to prove himself against a formidable opponent and potentially achieve a career-defining victory. In his interview, Davis expressed his deep disappointment over the cancellation. He revealed that he had put in countless hours of training and had made numerous sacrifices to ensure he was ready for the fight. About, oh, he's doing his fight for money.
Beat his ass for y'all talk. For real. I better be quiet.
I don't give a f*** y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
They got the whole hood over there, like, twist it up. I don't give a f*** about none of that.
Do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f*** him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up over here. What do I look like getting f***ed up? Okay. Ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay.
And Tank is strategically picking him because in the amateur world, you guys fought twice, right? And you lost, what, both times in an amateur fight? So are you all friends? Are y'all cordial? First, what's the relationship? We cord for cord? Yeah, so he cool to me, he's cool to you, and you haven't heard that he said anything differently. Oh yeah, for sure, he hasn't, that's what I'm confirming, that he has not said anything differently.
I
can't.
Pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you f***ed up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool. Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you off your spot. They gonna trick you off your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
So does it confirm people's suspicion that he purposefully picked you not only because you're Cordy, but because he believes he's going to knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change? Man, you in a wrong game if you don't think you're going to beat everybody. The news of the cancellation was a huge blow not only to him but also to his team, who had worked tirelessly alongside him.
Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this. Shakur Stevenson ducked him. Lomachenko ducked him openly. El Rayo didn't want to fight this year. He wanted to fight next year. Another thing is, I was hearing that Tank wanted it at 135 and rehydration, all kind of shit. So, but I don't know how true that is, which it wouldn't shock me if that was true. Either way, for whatever reason, El Rayo fell apart. The options were just getting diabolical. All right, I understand that. At the same time, Lamont Roach versus Tank is trash. If Devin Haney announced he was fighting Lamont Roach coming up from 130 next at 135, I'll say that shit's trash. Let me tell you this. To me, Gervonta is far better than Devin Haney. So it's trash, bruh. It's trash.
Davis emphasized that the decision to call off the fight was out of his control, and he understood the frustration and disappointment felt by his fans. I think he chose me because I am going to be one of the better opponents that he's faced in his entire career.
Obviously, Tank isn't the biggest 135-pounder. Everybody fights is damn near bigger than him. I think the only person that was smaller than him was Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just in height and stature. He was, technically bigger than Tank too. But Tank is comfortable at 135, so I don't blame him for fighting that way. But he's not a big 35. I don't see why people like, oh, you brought up a smaller guy, woo-de-woo, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, to me personally, I'm not stunned that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to keep saying that. They're going to keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? I fight at 130 because that's what I campaigned at. That's why I started my career. That's where I campaigned. That's why I worked my way up to a world title. And that's what I was going to do. My plan was always to move up to 35 and win another title. So it just happened a little, a little earlier than normal.
Yeah. But, I mean, you fought at 35 before.
Them was just, so technically, them wasn't just 35 fights. Like, when a boxer starting their career, they don't necessarily have to make 130 pounds because we're not in title contention or none of that. So the opponents that I was getting, the opponents that were there or were available, opponents that were selected for me were probably bigger or they just couldn't make weight. Like the fight that you probably talking about that occurred at like 40, I was supposed to fight at 32. He was 8 pounds overweight. They made him lose weight. I went, ate breakfast, and weighed in. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. That's how it be in the beginning of people's career. That's why different people fight at different weights, and everybody doesn't necessarily fight under their weight that they campaigning or at the weight that they campaigning technically when they start off. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, really, yeah. Davis explained that the cancellation was due to unforeseen circumstances which were beyond his and his control. While he did not delve into the specific details, he hinted at logistical issues.
Be in good spirits if I had an 8 today. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Obviously, an important fight for you. Every fight at this point is an important fight for you because of what you know is looming. It's close. I was just talking to Oscar about, another successful fight. You're this close to a potential Gervonta Davis fight. Like, what does that feel like for you at this stage in your career?
It feels good because, this is the things that we worked for. Me being number 2 in the WBA, it's just like a dream come true almost. I didn't collect the belt yet, but I worked my whole life for this, me and my dad, So when the opportunity presents itself, we're going to be more than ready. But it's a dream come true, really.
And complications that arose in the lead up to the fight. Davis expressed his regret that these issues could not be resolved in time, and he acknowledged the efforts made by both teams to try and salvage the event.